Iran State TV says no sign of life at helicopter crash site. That's May 19th. And then eventually they announced that he died at the age of 63. This is a Bloomberg story, page 6, if you want to go to it. So, Ebrahim Raisi, Iranian president, confronting West, dies at 63. The ultra-conservative cleric whose tenure as Iran's president was marked by a mass uprising and increasingly hawkish stance towards the West, he dies after a helicopter crash at 63 years old. The president's helicopter went down Sunday in the northwest of the country. State media said his death, along with Foreign Minister Hossein Amirboulahian, who was traveling with him, was confirmed Monday by semi-official Mehr news agency. Though Raisi had little influence on Iran's most important institutions, such as the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, he was widely seen in Iran as a favorite to eventually succeed Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei's position, who is in his mid-80s. His death removes the only serial rival to Khamenei's son, Mojtaba, to take the top job. So this story comes out. We hear about it at, around noon Eastern Standard Time. They don't tell us he's dead till about 8 o'clock. There's a bunch of different videos that are circulating. This is his body. This is the helicopter. This is the this is the that. The helicopter was old. All these other things that we're hearing about. Tom, what was your initial reaction when you heard the story about Raisi dying with a helicopter crash?
When I heard he officially dead, or when I heard about the crash?
Give me any thoughts you have on it.
So when I first heard about the crash, and I'm looking at the tweets that came in, and I was skipping the ones that were sensational. I was trying to go the ones that had been reporters and news agencies. It didn't look good. And then my first thought was, hey, they're not making any announcements, and you want to make your people feel good. And if he's okay, it'd be like, hey, we're on radio to them. He's okay, but we got to get up there to rescue these guys. But none of that came out. And then they got that they've reached the crash site, that the Turkish drone gave them an exact point, but unfortunately they were giving them a heat signature indicating maybe something has crashed and burned. Then I'm thinking, okay, this is not good. And in the midst of all that, this crazy tweet comes from Israel that says, hey, it wasn't us, which immediately caused me to be skeptical, because why would one of the official sources from Israel suddenly run to the microphone and say it's not us, when all we have is news we didn't have an official death yet, Pat. We just had official accounts that were getting worse and worse. Hey, it's really rugged up here. It's cold. There's a little bit of a blizzard coming in. There's all these things going on, and there's no sign of life. And it's like, okay, it doesn't look like these people made it on that one helicopter. And it looks like the foreign minister and the president, have lost their lives in this. But I thought it was pretty freaking weird as that unfolded to see that Israel tweet, hey, wait, not us.
Yeah, and by the way, while you're saying that, I got another story. I have a lot of reaction to this, and I'll get to that here in a minute. I just want to get your commentary. Here's some Times of Israel. We won't shed a tear. Israel's MKs react coldly to Raisi's death as government mum. As news broke of the death of Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, Israeli politicians reacted with indifference, while an unnamed official told the media Jerusalem was not involved in the helicopter crash that killed him. It wasn't us, the Israeli official says, who requested anonymity, told Reuters. However, MK Avigdor Lieberman, chair of the opposition Israeli Betin party, said Israel did not expect Raisi's death to make any difference to Iran's policies in the region. For us, it doesn't matter. It won't affect Israel's attitude to Iran. Iran's policies are set by Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, he said. However, there was no doubt that the president was a brutal man. We won't shed a tear. This is Israel saying this. Adam.
I'm gonna end it there. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. We're going to get right into another lesson about the recent crash of Iran's president, and I forgot who the other guy was, but it was the president and somebody else in their government that died in this plane crash. So the Lord's stirring the pot. But as you can see, Israel came right out with it and was saying, we had nothing to do with the death. You know, why would we kill this man? They supreme leader who controls the whole country. You know, they have the same you know, basically the same council. They have the same ideals and the same beliefs. So basically, there's no benefits of killing this dude because they supreme leader who's over the whole country is just like him. Like, why would you kill the president if the supreme leader is worse than the president? Like, you know, it makes no sense to kill this man. That's what Israel came out and said. And I find that, you know, kind of true. Like, why would you kill a man? Like, why would you kill a president if they have a supreme leader who's, you know, most countries, the presidents are ran anyway. And in this case, you know, they already knowing who runs Iran, that supreme leader, whatever that guy's name is, you know, I'm not finna try to pronounce it. But this guy runs Iran, and everybody knows it. So why kill the president when they should try to go for the, you know, the other dude as well? I mean, maybe they just killed this president. Maybe they did kill this president, and they try to kill the next dude after that. But like Israel is saying, like, all these guys in Iran, I think, has the same mindset. They all have these, you know, harsh beliefs to where all they want to do is kill, right? So it's no, like the dude Israel said, they shed no tear because, you know, Iran, you know, what they believe in is sinister. They just want war. So, you know, they say it's up. You know, I guess it's up, and they don't care who their leader is because they all push the same narrative. You know, so I have it. You know, I could believe Israel. At the same time, I believe maybe it's an internal thing. Well, like I say, like they say the supreme leader is in his mid-80s, and somebody probably in Iran, you know, government don't want to see, you know, the next guy who just died, the president, take his spot. It could have been internal, you know. So, but whatever it be, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah is controlling it all. He's stirring the pot. You know, we're one day closer to, you know, the kingdom. We're one day closer to, you know, getting them crowns, you know, hopefully, the hopeful elect. All right, so we're going to jump into Ezekiel 36:4. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus said the Lord Yahweh to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and a derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. So the Lord is saying to all Israel enemies, you know, who forsaken us, and, you know, who's round about us and preying on us, you know. So he's saying to all these people, all these different nations, all these different countries that's preying on his people. 5. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen. So the Lord is saying, through his jealousy that these people are, you know, making us pray, he's finna come after them, right? So read them, start at 5 again. Therefore, thus says the Lord Yahweh, surely in my fire and of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen. So the Lord is speaking against these heathens, these heathen nations. You know, he's taking up for his people, Israel. All right? So when you see the mountains and you see he's saying Israel, the mountains of Israel, he's talking about a people. You know, in parables, he's speaking about Israel. All right? You know, so he's saying, of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. Idumea is Edom, Esau, all right? He's talking about, you know, the so-called white man, which have anointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart. So the Lord is saying they took our land with joy in their hearts. You know, they took our whole land and put us on them slave ships and shipped us to build up America. The so-called, what is called New Egypt, Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. We had to build this motherfucker up from the ground. We still looked at as like less than, and we built this whole country on the hands of so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with all right, I lost track. I'm gonna start. All right, which have appointed my land into their possessions with with joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out as a prey for a prey. Salaki. All right, so the Lord saying He has, jealousy to Idumea, to all Idumea, because what they did to His people. All right, and they cast us out for a prey. All right, so when you see these dudes, presidents, dying, plane crashes, and stirring the pot to what's going on over there in the Middle East with America, Israel, and Iran, and to where everybody's thinking that America did it, or Israel did it, they killed the president. He's just stirring that pot. So-called Russia is already saying that it was foul play, and saying that it was one of the Western countries, but the Lord says He's gonna bring them from the north, so He put the hooks in the jaws of those kings. So whatever, it could have been Iran that's eternal and fair, but Russia's already running with the narrative that America did it, because the Lord's stirring the minds of these kings and He's bringing them to war. Which in reality, I think all these, the 12 elite banking families, they run the whole world, and this shit is like all media propaganda. They're gonna go to war regardless, to form their new world order. All right, but it could be they just at war with each other, and it could be these 12 banking families are controlling everything. Whatever it is, the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah is controlling it all. He's controlling the minds of these people, and He's gonna, everything that's written in the book is gonna be fulfilled. All prophecies will be fulfilled. All right. So we're gonna jump into what is this? Dang, I mess up. What is this? J-O-E. What is that? Salaki. All right, Joel 3:2. Joel 3:2. I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom thou hast scattered among the nations, and parted my land. So the Lord is saying He's gonna bring all these nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat goes back to Armageddon, war. So the Lord said He's gonna bring all these nations to the Middle East and make them fight. And that's happening right now before our eyes. All right? And that's not highlighted, so let me go ahead and highlight that. All right? So the Lord said He's gonna do this for His heritage, Israel. And they scattered us, among the nations. They put us on them slave ships, and they scattered us through all America. And we built this motherfucker up, right? That's why you got the Haitians on the island. You got the Dominicans on the island, right by them slave ships going right down that coast. You got Cuba. You got Puerto Ricans, and then you got Levi. The Haitians, Levi, and then you got the rest of Judah came to America. So it's like, yeah, it makes so much sense. And for you to just close a blind eye, people be like, the 12 tribe sign don't make sense. How it don't make sense? And them slave ships dropped us off right at the coast of all these cities. All right? All right, 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold the girl for wine, that they might drink. So the Lord saying, You know, you sold my boys, you sold my children to be whores and drunkards. All right. So he's gonna come back and repay these people with, and bring them to war. And when he bring them all to war, the Lord's gonna come back in them chariots and he's gonna destroy them all. You're gonna bring them all to war with each other, and then them chariots gonna pop out them clouds, and they gonna all try to fight the Lord. All right, and the Lord says he's gonna destroy them in 1 hour. All right. We're gonna jump into Isaiah. All prophecies will be fulfilled. All of them. Isaiah 34 and 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury is upon their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. All right. So the Lord is saying right here, he's gonna end the nations means, destroy, kill, end. So he's gonna end all these nations, in their armies. Like I said, he's gonna, in 1 hour, he's gonna destroy all these armies within 1 hour to show his might, to show how strong he is. And that's why a lot of people be like, why would the Lord, let these people, take over and, take his people captive? First of all, us, Israel, we deserve our captivity. We was going off and off and off. If you look in, what is that? I think it's that, Salaki. I think that's 1 Kings, 2 Kings, and 1 Samuel, 2 Camps, 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel. We was going off over and over and over and over again. The Lord gave us king after king, and we kept going off worshiping false gods. So the Lord had to put us into, he had to put us into captivity, for us going off time and time and time again. But at this, at this same thing, like at this very time, the Lord's going to bring back salvation, and he's going to, gather his sheep again and bring us back into his fold, and with mercy and forgiving sins and iniquity, so, and he's going to show his might upon the nations that, went after his like it says, he that touches the apple of his eye. So he's going to afflict a great pain to these nations that afflicted his people. All right. And he's going to put them in captivity as we was in captivity. But we're going to get to enjoy the kingdom forever. Israel would never go into chains again. We would never go into another bondage with these people again. Like the Lord said, think not that I come, for peace. I come for division. The Lord's come to divide his people from these heathens, All right, so we're going to jump into Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. All right. A lot of people they can't see these signs because this is why. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. They that put their trust in him should understand. So you got to put your trust in Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah to understand and see these signs, to see what's really going on with both of your eyes, wide open, not, your eyes wide shut and you just living in folly. He says put your trust in him. All right, they that put their trust in him, Yahweh, shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have care for his elect. All right, so if you trust in the Lord, the Lord says you have grace and mercy, and that's what we need, man, because we, like I said, we went off. Israel, we went off. We are still sinners to this day. Like it says, our holiness is as a filthy rag. Without the Lord's mercy, man, we nothing. We fall real low without the Lord's mercy. Without Yahweh Shah dying on that cross, dying for us and dying for our sins, the Lord would have destroyed us all already. All right? So we need that grace. We need that mercy. And thankful that all praise to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah for giving us that, that grace and that mercy. Because we need it, man. All right? So we're going to jump into, like I said, all prophecies will be fulfilled. The Lord is not a liar. If he said it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Just suck it up and get over it, man. You know, people want to hold on to this place, hold on. Can you hold on to a place where your children and your children's children is gonna be working all their life? Nothing in Babylon the Great, nothing in America's joy. It's a big leasing system. You have nothing. You could get rich and leave your kids businesses and jobs and everything, and they not strong as you is. They could lose all that. But in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna get a kingdom forever. We're gonna have to worry about if my kid or my grandkids can't, work as hard as me. They're gonna lose this company, lose this land that I worked so hard to get. The Lord's, gonna work hard and put these people. He ain't gotta work hard because he's almighty. He's gonna with one arm gonna destroy all these armies in 1 hour, easy. Him and the angels gonna put these people way beneath. And like I said, Idumea, they're gonna get put away. After 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, they're gonna get put down. He's gonna exterminate the whole race. All right. So we're gonna jump into Matthew 24:7. All right. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. So the Lord saying all these nations and kingdoms are gonna, rise up against each other, and that's what you're seeing right now. You got Taiwan, you got China, you got Iran, you got Israel, you got Ukraine, you got Russia. Everybody's rising up against each other because the Lord has put these hooks in the jaws of these kings, and He's bringing them to fight each other. And a lot of these, these people that's killing each other are Edom. They're Edomites. They're so-called white people. They're fighting each other. They already got all the riches and all that. Look how the Lord got them fighting each other. They got all the money and all of the wealth, and they still killing each other because they unrighteous. They will not learn righteousness. Like I said, let favor be showed to the wicked. The Lord has showed these people favor by giving them all the wealth and all the riches, but yet will they not learn righteousness? Because the Lord's going to come back. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. So when the Lord come with wrath, all their riches and they gold they got, it ain't going to profit them nothing. You got to have righteousness, the Lord, for He could save you. Have meekness so He could give you, He could blot out your iniquity. All right? All right? All these are the beginning of sorrows. Now, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So that's what's happening right now as we speak. They're making laws to, basically buck up against the prophets and the elders. And they're going to literally, come after the people of the Lord again. Because this ain't the first time they did it. They did it in the ancient Rome. They killed all our people. All right? They're going to do it again because we're coming back to our nationality of who we are. They're going to hate that. They're going to hate that they can't be called white no more. These Edomites want to be called white because white stands for pure, clean. And they call us black. When in reality, we ain't black. We every shade of precious, precious melon. All right, so they want to be called white, and they're really Edom. They don't want to be called Edom because Edom goes back to Esau in the Bible. It says, "Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated," and that's why they don't want to be called Edom. But they are Esau. All right, and the Lord does hate. The Lord don't love everybody. He hates people. He hated certain people on this earth, and that is Esau, the wicked. All right, and the wicked Esau, his blessing was the sword, to be a killer. And Jacob's blessing was, to have repentance and have mercy with the Lord. And that's what we need. Because the Lord's coming back to destroy this place, and we need all the mercy we could get. All right? We're going to jump into Isaiah. Isaiah 26:20. All right. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it was for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. So the Lord is saying, enter in, my people, into thy chambers, And a lot of people, these so-called Christians, you know, be at my job talking about they don't believe in UFO spaceships that the Lord ride on chariots. And it's funny because they don't have they don't have faith. They still think that these chariots are aliens, all right? But clearly in the Bible it says, enter into thy chambers and shut thy doors. So the Lord rides on vessels. And he's telling us to enter into thy chambers and shut thy door till the end of nations be overpassed. All right. Clearly, if you have the Spirit, you have to have the Spirit put on you from the Father, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, to understand these parables and understand this holy word. Because I read this to this dude at work, you know. I don't never tell nobody that I'm an Israelite at the job because that's not a good thing to do. It'll make you a target, paint you a target on your back. But I told this dude I was a so-called Christian, woo, 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 but I tried to see if he got the Spirit. And I told him, I read in the scripture, he was like, the Lord don't ride on spaceships. That's aliens, because he clearly don't have the Spirit. He just one of them fake Christians, all right? So the Lord's, you know, not dealing with him. So I just wash my hands with him and don't even talk about the Bible no more with him. I let him think that he knows it all, but he don't have no oil. Dry wick, all right? So, 21, for behold, the Lord cometh. And like I said, it's a blessing, man. When you see people that think they know the Bible and think they know the Lord, but you truly know the Lord and his name's Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, and you know the mysteries of this Bible, man, it's a blessing. You know, it's a bittersweet moment. I mean, it's a bittersweet taste in your mouth because you knowing what comes with this blessing, but, you know, the Lord's going to protect us through everything, and we got to believe that, you know? And no fear in the man of the Lord, man, like mighty lion. We ain't got no fear in us, man. Come on with it. We already been going through it for, what, 400, 500 years because reincarnation is real. You want to stay in this world and go through all this again and again and working and working and working? Hell no, come on with it, man. So we get them crowns, all right? Cities made of gold, precious rubies, man. We had this damn kingdom, all right? 21, for behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth. For their iniquity, the earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. So the Lord said he's coming out of his place to destroy this place. And he's coming with his chariots, and he told his children to enter into our chambers for a little while. He's going to bring these countries to war, like it says in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. He's going to bring everybody to war. He's going to come with them chariots, and then he's going to deliver his children, you know? We're going to end it off with 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras 8:1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. All right? So don't let that go over your head. People always can't understand why they can't get the Bible and they can't get these parables. Because the Lord made this world for a lot, because we had to be judged. The Lord brought all the people back, you know, all the souls, and he put them in bodies. And he had to see the righteous. He already knew, but he had to let us, you know, with our free, you know, having free will, you know, build your own grave. Because he couldn't just, like, imagine people always say, why we had to go through this? Just imagine the Lord gave crowns to who he wanted to give crowns to. Everybody would have said, oh, that's not right, Lord. But the Lord had to make it, you know, give us free will. So when he give his crowns out, even though he already knew who was going to be worthy of them crowns, he had to make it play out. He had to let us build our own graves. Let us come into the faith. Let us, you know, build ourselves, you know, and not build ourselves up, because we ain't build ourselves up. Yahweh shall build us up, but, you know, in a way, we all have free will. You have free will. Like me, I'm not perfect. I go through a lot of lust. I go through a lot of temptations. Like, I don't think nobody's perfect at all. But the Lord, we chose the Lord, and he's going to forgive us he's going to blot out our iniquity and our sin. So, but for the people, like he says, this world is made for many, but the world to come for few. The world, that means he said to come, you know, it's the kingdom of heaven when we gonna get them gold floors and we get them crowns. You know, he mean the world that, because the world to come is gonna be Israel on top, and we're gonna have them crowns, and we're gonna rule over the, you know, you're gonna judge the 12 tribes. So the 144,000 men, that's what he's talking about. The next kingdom is gonna be for the 144,000 men who the Lord is elect, who gave their bodies as living sacrifices. That world is gonna be for Yahweh Shai as our over us as the king, and King David, and then you're gonna have 144,000 men who are gonna have a holy kingdom, a righteous kingdom. All right? And you're gonna have the 1/3 under us with that. You know, let's say us, but the hopeful us. So I want to end it there to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Man, keep fighting, you know, through all the, you know, through all the, you know, through all the sins and through all everything we're going through, man, you gotta keep fighting, man. It's a battle. Shalom.